Hello, best friend, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having the most incredible day. Happy Tuesday, by the way, girl. This week is already flying away, girl. I'm like a bird, I only fly away. Anyways, listen, if you are new to my channel, my name is Sebastian, and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. So why don't you grab a snack and a drink, hit that subscribe button, best friend, because today we gotta talk. Now, do you guys remember that interviewer who said that, Blake Lively almost, made her quit her job because Blake was so rude to her? Let me give you a little refresher. This is the interview.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
You've got two nice ones.
They are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are
You
you
like the
gonna-
movie? Or
Everyone
digital?
wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
I would.
I love Jesse's
He has some
suits and
beautiful.
how
That's what I'm saying.
he
His wardrobe
it.
was
Oh, I
beautiful.
know,
Corey's
everybody.
wardrobe
I
was
know,
gorgeous.
he's
Those
so great.
high-waisted pants.
He's so great.
I wish men
And
wore
sorry,
high-waisted
too.
pants
I
like
know.
that still.
Me
Or
too.
their father with his tank top in
Oh,
bed.
it's so
Just
good.
like- it's just like
Did you
that.
catch
You could feel
the
it.
tablecloth on the light in the Italian restaurant when they eat
I
spaghetti?
didn't
in
notice
it?
that. No.
That- There's
Yeah,
so
I
much
feel like-
warmth of everything, you know.
Yeah, it's not just the women that have the clothes.
But
I feel like the women
Victoria-
get the conversation, but it's like
Yeah.
every detail with everybody.
But
Like,
yeah,
it's so,
it was
so
amazing
beautiful.
to look at.
Steve's
And then to see
white
it.
suits.
Yes.
And then
What do you
know-
feel like is the biggest misconceptions about fame and Hollywood in general?
I think the idea that people think that they know you, I think because of the how intrusive media is these days, there's people care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you. So I think the biggest misconception I see often is people feeling like they know someone that they don't, because they know what the media has created of someone. And the disappointing thing is when you meet the people, they're always so much more awesome than they're portrayed to be. I mean, that's normally my experience. And even people that are portrayed to be really great people, they're just a lot more complicated and interesting and nuanced and caring and thoughtful. And that's always nice, to see that your idea of someone isn't always who they actually are, but be pleasantly surprised.
Well, we're just, inundated with a lot of material. You can be if you have the internet of, reading about these people
Yeah.
and thinking that you know them and all that. And it's like the spectacle of that, of what we do as actors, that has risen a lot more in the past decade
Yeah.
than ever before. So, yeah, misconceptions, like, I think if you're rich and famous that you're happy is probably the biggest. And we see that, fame and success is a burden as much as it is a blessing. That would probably be, you know what I mean? Like, I think people think, oh, if only I was recognized for what I do. If I had a job and I could walk down the street and someone would be like, you were great today at your job, then I would be happy. But it's not, that's not the truth. It's, I don't think that makes someone happy.
So you don't like are we swapping cards?
That's my phone. Hold on a
No,
second.
she wasn't saying she didn't like it. She was talking about, you asked what perceptions
Yeah,
were,
yeah.
and she was saying that fame or success
There's
or
a
money
misconception.
doesn't equate happiness.
Yeah, no, but
Happiness
people-
equates happiness.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys.
Take care.
So, best friend, she has now spoken out and she has made 2 videos talking about everything, the aftermath and a little bit of the interview. So let's just watch it together, best friend. I'm very excited to see because, girl, listen, that interview was insane. Okay, let's check this out. We're gonna watch this together.
This has been a really crazy week for me, and I felt like I had to actually say something about it. This is my dog Oscar. yes, he keeps me sane. So after I posted the interview with Blake Lively that a lot of people have been watching, I got so many questions from people asking why I decided to post that interview now, 8 years later. And the reason for that is that I got contacted by another reporter who told me a story that was a little similar to this one that he had experienced. And then we started talking about comparing notes about this. And then I just felt like, you know what? It's not okay to behave like that, and I think it needs to be called out. I also have to say thank you to everyone who contacted me and sent me beautiful messages. I'm so touched by it. You have no idea how much it means to me that you've been reaching out to me, sending me messages on Instagram and commenting on YouTube. I think there's like over 10,000 comments on that video, which is kind of crazy to me. And a lot of people are calling out the behavior of these two women, and I think now I understand why it has gone viral like it has. I think it's not only because of Blake Lively, but I think it's because a lot of people could kind of resonate with this situation. Especially, I've been contacted by a lot of women, and I feel like a lot of people have experienced something, not exactly like this, but a bit similar to it. Like, experience that mean girl energy from someone, or you felt left out or bullied. Most of the time this happens when we're younger, but as you can see from this video, it does happen when you're grown-ups too. I think it's quite interesting, you know, thinking about it now, how most parents would tell their children, you know, if they're getting bullied or if they're bullying someone, it's always like, you go and say sorry to that boy or to that girl right now. And in this situation, the opposite happened. No one came out and apologized, and they probably told her, don't come out, don't react, don't do anything, we'll take care of this for you. We'll just say that it's the journalist's fault and that you were offended by her, and then we'll just plant some other good, positive stories. And I think that's the problem in Hollywood and many other places, that people don't own up to their mistakes because they're afraid that it's going to backfire or that it's going to make them look bad. And I think it's time to change that. And I hope this video that I posted could help people own up to their mistakes. And I think, you know, if Blake Lively would have come out in front of this, things would have been very different. Also, I want to shout out to Kristen Stewart, who was the person I interviewed after the horrific incident, and she was the most wonderful, wonderful person to interview. So she saved my day, and she, you know, I was terrified walking into that interview because I had just experienced what I had. So for her to just like treat me, she was so sweet. So I'm so happy I interviewed her afterwards. Anyways, I just want to say thank you again to everyone for being there and being so sweet, and it really warmed my heart. It makes me really emotional, actually, when I open my inbox and people are just saying really nice things. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You all want to make me continue doing this job. And the way that this situation that was so horrific for me turned into something positive and maybe can help other people in the future to, you know, nip it in the butt. Don't behave like that. And if it happens to you, speak out. Don't let people get away with bad behavior. I think it's time to put the record straight. This has been a really... Okay, so I have a few more things that I want to say, actually. Since I posted the video on Monday, first of all, I found this shirt that I still have, which I'm wearing in that interview. I haven't worn it in 8 years. So I'm bringing it back out. Maybe it's my bad luck shirt, we'll see. But I do like it. Anyways, I wanted to address the fact that a lot of people have been calling me out on putting out the video right now, at the timing of the video. And as I said, there was a little coincidence there. But also I have to say that if I had posted that video 8 years ago, I probably wouldn't have had a career. And that's the way things work. You know, celebrities are protected. And I did post another video once where a celebrity wasn't being on their nicest behavior, and I was told that you should probably take that down. And so I did. And a lot of people do. You know, I've been contacted by probably like 6 or 7 people now who said that they had experiences with Blake Lively and that they could never go public with it because it will end their careers. Still, after all this has come out, you know, people are scared. And I understand that. And also, when you put yourself out there, you need to be prepared to get criticism too. And I wasn't ready for that 8 years ago. Now I can handle it. I'm okay. And I just felt like it was time for me to share that interview. I haven't been doing so many of these lately, and probably I won't. I'll keep you posted if I get an invitation to do more of these interviews. Since I came out with this, obviously I am not a favorite in Hollywood, and that's just something that I have to deal with. And also for people who said that I'm working with the PR team of Justin Baldoni, that is not true. I'm by myself. I'm a freelancer. I've never spoken to him or anyone on his team. So this is just something that I did for myself, and no one else is involved. And I don't know, you can keep on with the conspiracy theories, but that's not true. So that's that. Also, a lot of people have been commenting on that I interviewed Blake Lively again in 2018. Why did I do that if I had such a bad experience with her? And the thing is, as a freelancer, this is my livelihood. You know, I couldn't just say, no, I don't want to interview her because she was rude last time I met her. That's not how it works. So, but as you can see, I found this clip from before the camera started really rolling. Well, they were rolling already, but they haven't started the interview, and you can see by my facial expressions, I am dying. I'm so nervous. I'm making all these like things with my face, and I'm just like so uncomfortable being there.
Yeah, with the premise that
Norway.
with the premise that Stephanie and that anybody would consider Stephanie a bitch, like annoying, sure, but
On the schedule,
like just as a premise description,
If you lose at a man who's a not afraid to be who he is,
Yes.
who has to be
Yeah.
one way on that, so it's more complicated.
watching that now makes me cringe. If you want to check out that entire interview, I'll link it below. But it was okay. I mean, her and Anna Kendrick had their thing going on, but it wasn't like a horrible interview. I just feel like there was no chemistry there, but you know, that's fine. You can't have a good chemistry with everyone. I found there's been so many people commenting on this interview on TikTok and on YouTube, and I find myself everywhere these days, and it's really interesting to see how people are analyzing the situation. And I have to say, you know, a lot of people have been mentioning maybe something happened before this interview that made Blake Lively and Parker Posey behave like the way they did. And I have to say that nothing happens before these interviews, because you have like 10 seconds to go from the corridor in the hotel, sit down, say hello, say your name to the camera, and then they start rolling. So you have about 4 seconds before the cameras start rolling. So nothing happened before that interview. There was nothing was said, nothing. I just walked in and sat down. Anyways, that's all I had to say for now. If you have any questions, please just...
I'm curious about that interview that she said. Should we try and find it? I'm kind of curious to see like how it went. So let's see. Let's see. See if I can find it. You know, I have to say, I feel like this lady, she had every single right to oh, I found it. All right, well, let's watch it. I feel like she had every single right to like post a video, the interview. I don't think there's...
this is an entire therapy session.
That's good. Get it out. So, I feel like we've staged the room.
We've emotionally staged. Sorry. We're gonna eat some chocolate croissants now.
Yeah, but so, I feel like your character is like the most confident woman in the world, and yours is like very insecure.
Yeah.
Are you guys? But you guys are like, both of you have this attitude about you that
In real life, it's the other way around, and I constantly have to call Blake and be like, "It's okay. You're good at giving interviews. I promise you. People like you. They respect you. Gotta give her a pep talk. I'm like, we're amazing. We're powerful."
That's true.
I mean, I'm the reason she gets out of bed in the morning.
And Anna's just an egomaniac, as you can see. So,
Yeah.
I'm incredible.
A lot from her.
Yeah.
But are you good at telling yourself these things? Because I think we are the only person who can tell ourselves that we're good and that we're to give ourselves confidence, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it feels good when Anna gives me confidence too. I like compliments. I'm not below compliments. That's what my mom always says. She's like, wants me to compliment her, and she's like, I'm not below compliments. I'm like, it's clear that you're not, because she's always soliciting.
Okay, because you were just telling me about like weird expressions that she gets wrong. Wouldn't it be? I'm not above compliments.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, she gets it all wrong. I never even thought about it. She says it. Yes, she's not above compliments. My mom gets everything sort of
Like expressions, she was just telling me like the like.
She'll be like,
funny
smooth as pie. She'll be smooth as silk or whatever.
Easy as pie.
Yeah,
Right.
and smooth as silk. But my mom, I think, is a very confident person, and so for me, yeah, I sort of like struggled with that because I've sometimes judged her for being so confident, which I think is like not fair, right?
Yeah, you're such a bad daughter.
Terrible daughter. See, this is an entire therapy session. What you've
That's good.
stepped into,
Get it
you don't
out.
realize.
So both of you are very active on social media, and there are a lot of people have opinions about you. How do you kind of just like, not let it affect you at all?
Everyone's
Or does it affect you?
opinion of me is just so positive. I do let it affect me. I do. Because everyone's like, you're great. And I'm like, I know.
You're not great. Blocked.
Yeah.
Do you block people ever?
No, I've muted some people. Now that it's a function on Twitter and Instagram, there's a couple people that I have muted.
Good.
Yeah. Blank line.
You can mute people on Instagram?
Yeah, it's a new feature.
Really?
I know. Get excited.
Wow, that's exciting.
But you replied to someone recently, I think, which they made headlines about.
Oh,
on
really?
Instagram, yes. Someone
Oh,
was saying
God.
something about spelling or something, and you just.
Oh my gosh, I
replied
always
back.
appreciate when people correct me. It was someone said something about the spacing. I still really don't know how social media works. So if someone tells me how to fix spacing on something, hyperlinks. Who doesn't work on hyperlink?
I don't know.
I use an iPhone. It does everything for me.
Yeah.
So can we talk about the alcohol now? Because I've heard that's been a big talk today.
Yeah, we've been making cupcakes. We've been passing out drinks. You can have an old rotten olive.
That's all I get.
Feel free. That's the only way we got people to come to this junket. We said we are handing out
We
free
have
cupcakes.
apples. We have olives. I have an old tea.
Throwing it.
Is it really alcohol in that one?
I think
That
it's
was
not
all
really, but
water.
there's a lot of free stuff on your way out. We've got goodie bags.
Oh, excellent. I love this jacket.
You can take some of the furniture from the hotel room, charge it to Lionsgate.
Great. So one last question. This is kind of, no, we're out of time.
Oh,
Nice to meet you,
thank you. I heard
girls.
the sound. So you're
Oh,
left hand.
that was a jewelry going
Thank you.
on
You
there.
guys admire your.
Hi there, thanks for watching my channel. If you like that video, maybe there's other videos.
Okay, I don't want to be mean, and I'm trying not to be mean, but that was not a good interview. I know she must have been nervous, right? I can tell she must have been nervous, but her questions were not good. Sorry, I didn't think her questions were good. Didn't even mention the movie once. Didn't talk about the movie. She talked about confidence. She talked about social media. Then she asked about the alcohol. Like, I get you're only human. I get that you are, that you are nervous, but that was not a shining moment, if I'm gonna be very honest. I don't know. I didn't think Blake was rude. I thought that they were actually trying to carry the interview. I don't know how to feel about that interview. I'm trying to see the comments. It says, this whole interview makes me feel uncomfortable. I think it's really difficult when people have this sort of humor where you don't really know if they're joking or not. I don't think she was trying to be nicer to the interviewer or to look more humble, to save face. Blake keeps dressing like her characters. This interview was not as bad as the other one. I think Anna being in the room helped a lot. Blake seems exhausting. She is, just from watching her for 5 minutes. I didn't think that Blake, I didn't think Blake was rude. I think actually Blake was very like, conversational, if you will. I didn't think that it was bad. I don't know. The only thing is, the only thing is she was like, you can have the rotten olive, I guess. That was kind of, and then the interview was like, that's all I get. I have to say, at the end, Blake was like, nice to meet you. She doesn't remember this woman. She does not remember this woman. I do have to say, the original interview, it was not great. But I don't know, best friend. I didn't think that this was bad. And I actually think that maybe the reporter needed some better questions, in my opinion. That's the only like negative thing I can say about the interview. But I have to give her a lot of props because she even went to this interview after the way she was treated. I mean, I give her major props. I do think that she let nerves take over. But other than that, I thought it was an okay moment. The questions were not great, but I have to give her props for going one more time in front of Blake after the way she was treated. So props to you, girl. You actually did that. I'm very proud of you for doing that. And that, I think, is what life is about, is if you fall or if you are put in an uncomfortable position, you got to rise again and you got to stand tall. Unfortunately, I do think she let nerves take over, but it is what it is. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And I love you all very much. Mwah. Bye.